And I'm Melissa Francis. Here today is Harris Faulkner, host of Kennedy on the Fox Business Network. Kennedy, former federal attorney and former criminal defense attorney Emily Compagno. And joining us, should be saying, we're so happy to have you here. We're going to lean on you a lot this hour.
Welcome.
Glad to be here again.
Welcome. All right. So the latest developments in the didn't know about this.
Hard to imagine.
It is.
Because it's such an autocratic country. It's a monarchy, and you do what the king tells you to do with the crown prince.
What did you call them? An autocracy. They're a monarchy. They're
just after the last Davos in the desert that the prince held people in that very same hotel for quite a long time. So you're absolutely right that the walk has not caught up with the talk yet, but it's too complicated to maybe just pass across a democracy band-aid.
All right, let you get back to that first point, because when we
Rose 9 is a peach. I think that there are so many conflicts of interest here, and and we have to apply the Spider-Man doctrine here, which is with great power comes great responsibility. And with great responsibility also comes, and Tom Perez, sounding optimistic, but maybe managing expectations just a bit. Watch. Justice Kavanaugh.
I'll bet there would certainly be an attempt. And I feel like recently what's been interesting for the GOP side, for those candidates, is a strong tether to messaging that the president, too, embarked on this weekend. So remember, he kind of made almost a passing comment to reporters after his rally in Nevada. He talked about what's happening with the tax cuts, basically his attempts at that, and how it affects the middle class and also Silicon Valley. That was pretty huge to just be a side soundbite. So I think that behooves the GOP candidates in this side right now to stay on that messaging that right now I just see the Democrats being more reactionary and a bit hysterical at times with certain things. We're talking about the moral trigger and the border issues, whereas the messaging I think is important to stay.
Jobs, not mobs.
What's interesting about what you're saying, because we know that the Ways and Means Committee, led by Chairman Kevin Brady, has been very focused on the second.
And having it kind of dead weight on the Hill for quite some time. So I think that level of negotiation, at what point do we make any strides if we're not willing to say, you haven't obliged to this, you haven't complied with this treaty, you've been making mistakes, so here's the consequences of that. I think there's a spectrum in between that we're doing.
So Kennedy, when
Citizens need to realize this is only
you are one of my favorite people to have here because you're so clear. But thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Thanks to both of the ladies over there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, there we go.
Represent
We are
so
back here at noon Eastern tomorrow, but now here's Harris.